Okay, Wildcats, they were on that general page 22, using functions to solve equations. Steps to writing and solving one variable equations. Step 1, define the variable. Step 2, write the equation. Step 3, solve the equation. All right, go ahead and finish reading over that. Let's take a look at the first example. All right. Bridget needs an actor. Actor A is offering her services for an initial $375 and an additional $50 per day. That's your variable. So let's let D equal the number of days. Okay. Now it says actor A charges initial $375 plus $50 per day. And then actor B is offering a service for initial $240 plus $65 per day. Now we want to find when it's the same amount. So we're going to set the expressions equal to each other. Okay, so we've defined a variable, we've written the equation, now we're going to solve the equation. So we're going to subtract 50D from both sides. Remember, you always want to subtract the smaller letter from the bigger letter. Okay, so 50D minus 50D is 0. You get 375 equals 240. Okay, plus 65D minus 50D is 15D. Now we're going to subtract 240 from both sides. 375 minus 240 is 135. 240 minus 240 is 0. You get 15D. Divide both sides by 15. Is 9, and 15 divided by 15 is 1, so D equals 9. Okay, so the two actors will charge the same amount of money after 9 days. Well, let's take a look at the next example. Example 2. Okay, use the table to find the solution to the situation. Yuma needs a singer. Singer A is offering her services for an initial $55 in addition to $25 per hour. Right there, there's your variable. H is the number of hours. Okay. So now we have singer A offers her services for initial $55 plus $25 per hour, and singer B is offering her service for initial $75 plus $20 per hour. Now we want to know when they're the same amount, so we're going to set the expressions equal to each other and solve the equation. So to solve, we're going to start by subtracting 20h from both sides. So we have 55 plus 25h minus 20h is 5h equal to 75, because that becomes 0. We're going to subtract 55 from both sides. 55 minus 55 is 0. You get 5h equals 75 minus 55 is 20. Divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. H equals 4. Okay, so the two singers will charge the same amount of money after 4 hours. All right, let's take a look at the next example. Okay, Sam needs a web designer. Design A is offering her services for an initial $500 in addition to $95 per hour. Designer B is offering her services for initial, so right there, per hour, so H equals the number of hours. Okay. Now, designer A is offering a service for an additional, so we have designer A is offering her services for $500 plus $95 per hour. Now, designer B is offering a service for initial $885 plus $40 per hour. Again, we want to find when it's the same amount. So we set the two expressions equal to each other, and now we solve. So we're going to subtract 40h from both sides. So then that's 500 plus 55h equals 885. This becomes 0. Now we're going to subtract 500 from both sides. 500 minus 500 is 0. If we get 55h equals 385. Divide both sides by 55. That becomes 1. H equals 7. All right. The two designers will charge the same amount of money after 7 hours. Let's take a look at the next example. All right. Stan needs a mime. A mine A is offering his services for an initial $120 in addition to $25 per hour. So again, H is our number of hours. Okay, so we have mime A is offering a service for initial $120 plus $25 per hour. Mime B is offering a service for initial $40 per hour plus $45 per hour. Now, we want to find when it's the same amount, so we're going to set the two expressions equal to each other and solve. So we're going to subtract 25h from both sides. So that becomes 0. You get 120 equals 40 plus 20h. We're going to subtract 40 from both sides. You get 80 equals, that becomes 0, 20h. Divide both sides by 20. 80 divided by 20 is 4. That divides becomes 1, so h equals 4. All right, so two mimes will charge the same amount of money after 4 hours. All right. All right, we're going to write and solve an equation to find the value of the count would be 0, okay? Raphael has $1,875 in his bank account and makes an automatic monthly payment of $215.28 for a smartphone service plan. If he stops making deposits to the account, when would the automatic payments make the value of the account 0? So we're going to let M equal the number of months. Okay, so he starts with $1,875. He's subtracting $215.28, and we want to know when that equals 0. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. $215.28 per month, and we want to know when that equals 0. Okay, so now we've defined a variable, we've written our equation, now we're going to solve our equation. So we're going to subtract $1,875 from both sides. That becomes 0. You get negative 215.28 m equals negative 1875. Divide negative 215.28 by both sides. That divides and becomes 1. You get m equals a negative divided by negative is a positive. 1875 divided by 215.28. You get 8.7 because they want to round to the nearest tenth. So 8.7. So after 8.7 months, the account will not have enough money left to make the next month's automatic payment. Now, the x-intercept is when it hits 0. So the x-intercept would be 8.7. Now, what's also acceptable when we talk about x-intercept is we could actually write it as a point 8.7 comma 0. All right. Go and finish up the example, start working on an HRW assignment, and have a wonderful Wildcat day.